Lester. So we're in the welding area. You're showing me the welding?
Absolutely, sir.
So they learn everything, MIG, TIG, metal, aluminum, or sorry, steel, aluminum, everything?
Yes, here at the UTI in the welding department, they learn 4 arc welding processes. They start with GMAW, then they move on to SMAW, which is better known as stick welding. And then they do flux core, which is another form of MIG, but it's just with a more advanced type of wire. And then they cap it off with a GTAW, also known as TIG. It's one of the more popular processes out there these days, especially amongst like a younger generation of welders. Okay, so what they do is they spend about 9 months here in the program, day in, day out, 3-week courses. Every single course is 15 days long. Okay. So they learn everything from the simple, just the concepts of the process itself, all the way to engineering, blueprint reading and actually drawing. Oh, really? Yeah, so they get involved with stuff with a lot of technical aspects of it, not just
So it's not just welding, they're understanding structures, structural integrity, how to read prints, how to build something from prints, all of that.
Absolutely. The last 2 courses, they spend the capstones, we call them, right? It's the last 6 weeks. They actually spend putting everything together that they learned, either in 2 forms, constant current, constant voltage, and then they perform these labs and finish it off by making their own projects. So the intent is to have them create a blueprint project from scratch, given everything they learned, and then provide it to us as if we were be the welders for them.
Ah, okay. That's awesome. I mean, we in motorsport, obviously, fabricators are like our magic, right? We're building race cars, repairing race cars, hand forming metal, I mean, all that. We have a really amazing fab team at our shop. And so this is hugely important, not only just for motorsports and automotive, but bridge building, you name it, right? I mean, welding is a field that is in every, in so many different industries that it's so well needed,
Absolutely. Here, I totally agree. One of the more popular fields that a lot of new students envision themselves in is the automotive industry, right? And we train them as such to prepare, believe it or not, for structural steel, right? So we train them in accordance with a couple of codes, right? Including D11 by AWS, but also codes like ASME, which sets them up for pipe welding. Okay. So currently, as an example, what's happening right now, we have a class going on is GTAW. As we speak, the students are learning how to run a process using TIG, which is a very popular process used in automotive.
We use all of our race cars. Everything is, the chassis are all TIG welded. It takes a bit more time, but I believe it's stronger, right? And a bit lighter than like a big fat MIG weld.
Well, absolutely, yes. The TIG process, that example, would definitely have its benefits in automotive versus the other processes. In that similar respect, the other processes may be more efficient for structural than say perhaps the TIG process. But here the students learn those 4. Those are just some of the several different types of arc welding processes that exist. But those, like I said, they're geared towards those particular codes, AWS D11, so which is structural steel specifically, and pipe, ASME 9, Section 9, and include API 1104.
How long is this course?
A total of 9 months.
Okay, and can you come to UTI just for this course, or is there prerequisites?
No, you can come to this course, for this school, specifically for this course. All of these students here, all the welding students, are welding students. Okay. So they only do welding here.
You can come here basically straight off the couch, 9 months, know how to weld and be ready to go get a job.
We get several students here who have never touched the torch, who don't know anything about the world of welding, and make their way into unions. They even start their own businesses. They are absolutely marketable right out of the gates.
That's amazing. That's what it's about. Can we walk in and kind of check out? Cool.
Absolutely. So like we said, right now, currently we have 2 classes going on. We have GTAW and the beginner GMAW course that's currently taking place. So again, right now,
Oh yeah, look at these big old I-beams.
these are actually some of the last processes that the current capstone class is taking place. This is all the material that was used left behind from the morning class. We have 3 classes that go on around the clock. So this school is actually running from 6 a.m. to midnight. 3 courses.
Oh really?
3 courses a day.
If you want to see what a weld should not look like, it's that. See that? No coverage, poppy, crackly. But obviously everyone's learning here, and that's the point of this right there. Relatively nice weld.
Relatively nice weld, yes. And that is a process known as, that is actually flux core dual shield. Okay. That is a mixture of flux core dual shield and inner shield as one of the, like I said, the processes that they study right here. It's another form of MIG, but it's with a very advanced wire made specifically for structural steel welding. You know, bridges, you know, skyscrapers, railroads, things like that.
So you obviously have the welders. Is that a plasma table?
That is a plasma table. That is a CNC Torchmade 4000, 4400 by Lincoln Electric.
So they're learning how to use. What's up, guys? Y'all doing good?
Good afternoon.
How you doing, my man?
Good, good, good.
Good. So wow, so are they learning how to program CNC plasma too? Or is this to cut the raw material for
we
them?
allow them to cut some of the raw material. Unfortunately, this particular setup would take a much longer course
to learn all the
train
program
and such for, yes. But we do assist them with their projects if they so desire. If they were to present us something that they would like us to cut, we would use, you know, perhaps a CNC machine. We also use this to help us maintain the facilities, right? We have 52 booths going off at all day. So, you know, over time, the wear and tear takes over. So we use this to help us, you know, replace some of the surfaces that they work on, right?
So they don't get super proficient with it, but they get exposure to it. Yes. They understand how it works, and this helps you guys provide them with the materials that we see for the project.
So we instructors use this. We maintain the facility as much as we could. Right, 52 booths going on, 18 hours a day.
Wow.
It's heavy duty work.
Well, this is a serious industry, and I know there's not enough welders in the world, period. So
absolutely, yes. So this side is what we would call. We have 4 rows of booths. Each booth, there's 13 rows in each side. We have a total of 52 booths. This particular side, we call it the. We call it the Flex Tech side. Different schools have their own setups, right? Not every school runs the same configuration. We have these what they would call industrial grade welders. These are anywhere between $7,000 and $13,000 setups.
These are like the tanks, just meant to be used. This is not your garage.
No, these are not moving anywhere. Notice the fact that they have 2 spools makes them that much more efficient. Somebody can run MIG on one weld and then jump over to flux core on the fly. The other side, same thing. And then we have our GTAW process or constant current welders that we would use here. This is a Precision TIG 225.
So they all, as they're going through, they learn all the different welders. They learn if your material's this type of material, this thick, they know what settings to use, all that.
Absolutely. We give them all the little details, everything from the thickness of the material to the filler rod, the metal size, the electrode they're gonna use, the composition. We regulate the gas flow. We train them for all the intricacies they need to know. By the time they're out of here, they should be able to give you as much detail about the weld process as you will need from them.
So if I sign up, how long from like my first day till I have a welder in my hand?
That is a good question. Because of the structure of the program, the students don't typically actually start welding until week 7.
Okay, so a lot of it is learning material, learning process, learning structures, all the basis.
Yes.
And then when they come in here, they're ready to apply all that.
Yes, and once they start welding, the first 2 classes are more of a, they're safety based. 101 is entirely dedicated to safety and understanding life in the lab and and being safe around equipment. They also learn the cutting processes because we also need to know how to cut as well. And then they get into the more topic of welding itself. Then they move on to their beginner project, GMAW, the first. From here on, they're welding day in, day out.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you very much. This is way beyond what I'd expected to see here.
Thank you. Appreciate that.